Hi everyone. Today we start a session with a discrete Fourier transform. A discrete Fourier transform and inverse discrete Fourier transform. The DFT means it's a powerful computation tool allows us to evaluate the Fourier transform on a digital computer or specially designed hardware where the DFT is defined only for a finite length and where an IDFT defined for finite and infinite sequence. And the DFT plays an important role in implementation of many digital signal processing algorithms. So we will see a sample problem based on the DFT and IDFT. Okay, so the basic equations for a DFT and IDFT will be given now. So the basic DFT. DFT means discrete Fourier transform and IDFT means inverse discrete Fourier transform. The DFT general equation is given by x of capital X of k is equal to summation n is equal to 0 to n minus 1 x small x of n into e power minus j 2 pi n k divided by n, where n represents the number of values given and the k depends on the k depends on n, where k varies from 0, 1 up to n minus 1. For example, if n is equal to 4, then k is equal to 0, 1, 2, and 3. We know that n minus 1 is equal to 4 minus 1 is equal to 3. So then n is equal to, then k is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3. So in DFT, we have to find the values for first one, for k equal to 0, and then k equal to 1, then k equal to 2, then k equal to 3. Finally, we will get some values, and finally we have to write the value as x of k is equal to x of 0 comma x of 1 comma x of 2 comma x of 3. We have to close the bracket, and this is the major steps used for to find the solution for a DFT. The same method is used for IDFT also, but there will be some difference based on this equation. And the IDFT equation and the IDFT equation is given by, we are going to just inverse the DFT. Okay, right. So therefore x of n is equal to 1 by n summation k equal to 0 to n minus 1 x of k e power 2 pi n k divided by n. We have to put a j. The remaining and all the same. For IDFT, the same one. We have to, if n is equal to 4, then small n is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3. Again, we have to find the value of x of 0, x of 1, x of 2, and x of 3. And finally, we have to write the equation as x of n is equal to, in bracket, x of 0, x of 1, x of 2, comma, x of 3. And then we have to close the bracket. The same method is to follow for the same two methods. The only one difference is we have to inverse the value of x of k and x of n in both the equations, right? Okay. Let we see the sample problem. So find DFT for a sequence x of n is equal to 1, 1, 0, 0. Okay. So first step solution. In first step, we have to identify the value of n. So one we have given of 1 1 0 0. So there will be n is equal to 4. Okay, and then k. Then step 2, k. K means 0 1 up to n minus 1. So therefore 0 1 2 3. Where n is nothing but 4. So 4 minus 1 3. So we have the values of k as 0 1 2 3. Okay. Then third step, so we have to write the equation. So x of k is equal to summation k equal to 0 to n minus 1 x of n into, sorry, n, x of n into e power minus j 2 pi n k divided by n. So first we have to find the value of k equal to 0. So then x of 0 is equal to summation n equal to 0 to n minus 1 means 3. So for x of n into e power minus j 2 pi, for k we have to put 0 divided by n. So therefore n is equal to 0 to 3 x of n into, if you multiply the all values with 0, then automatically it will become 0. So e power 0 value means nothing but 1. So summation n is equal to 0 to 3 into x of n into 1. So summation n is equal to 0 to 3 into x of n. X of n means if you substitute the value of n equal to 0 up to 3, so x of 0 plus x of 1 plus x of 2 plus x of 3. Okay, so for x of 0, and this value depends on, this is x of 0, this is x of 1, x of 2 and x of 3. So we have to write the value of 1 plus 1 plus 0 plus 0. So therefore x of 0 is equal to 2. Okay, like this we have to find the value of x of 1 and then x of 2 and then x of 3. So for x of 1, summation for k equal to 1, for k equal to 2, for a k equal to 3. So first x of 1, summation n is equal to 0 to 3 x of n into e power minus 2j pi n. For k we have to put 1 divided by n. So you see x of 1 is equal to summation n is equal to 0 to 3 x of n into e power minus j 2 pi n divided by n, where n is equal to 4. So summation n is equal to 0 to 3 x of n into e power minus 2j pi n divided by 4. So cancel 2 and 4. So we will get 2. So summation n is equal to 0 to 3 x of n into e power minus j pi n divided by 2. So now substitute the value of n equal to 0 to 3. So first value will be for n equal to 0. X of 0 into e power minus j pi 0 divided by 2 plus x of 1 into e power minus j pi 1 divided by 2 plus x of 2 equal into e power minus j pi 2 divided by 2 plus x of 3 into e power minus j 2 will become, so 2 pi 3 divided by 2. So whichever we can cancel, so just cancel it out. So here we can cancel 2 2 and again here also 2 2. So finally the value will be x of 0 e power, anything they are multiplying by 0 we will getting 0, right? So e power 0 plus x of 1 into e power minus j pi by 2 plus x of 2 into e power minus j 2 pi plus x of 3 into e power minus j 3 pi, right? And then sorry, here we get only j pi, and again we will be getting here as 3 by 2. Okay, so therefore for x of 0 the value will be 1, so e power 0 will be 1, and again for x of 1 we will be getting 1. So into e power, we know that cos e power minus j theta is equal to cos theta minus j sin theta divided by 2. This is the basic formula for e power minus j. So we are going to substitute the same formulas for the above equation. So e power minus j 5 by 2 into, so cos 5 by 2 minus j sin 5 by 2 divided by 2. Okay, again plus for x of 2 the value is 0, so the whole value will be 0, and again x of 3 is also equal to 0, the whole value will be 0. Therefore finally 1 plus cos 5 by 2 by 2 minus j sin 5 by 2 by 2. So in calculator, if you see the cos 5 by 2, the value will be almost equal to, so for 5 you have to put 180. So 180 by 2 cos 90. Cos 90 value will be 0. So therefore, and then sin 90 also there will be some value. So 1 minus 1 will be getting some value as, so 2. So x of 1 is equal to 2. Like this, we have to find the value of x of 2 and x of 3. And by calculating the remaining values, finally, we have to write the x of k is equal to, in bracket, x of 0 value, comma x of 1 value, comma x of 2 value, and finally x of 3 value. And by writing this final equation, the problem will be solved. Like the same method, we have to find the value for inverse discrete Fourier transform. Almost the values will be the steps will be same method. The only difference is that for instead of x of k we have to put small x of n, and for n we have to put k. That's all the main difference between DFT and IDFT. Okay,